What a legend! What a legend!
Hi guys. Hi everybody. Welcome to day 118. Had to look. How's it going, everybody? Good to see you. Good to see you, Captain Redbeard. You are just in time. But you know, if they say you're not 15 minutes early, then you're late or whatever. I don't abide by that. What's up, Kev? All right, folks, we'll dive right into it. So we had a couple followers while we were off, so... Oh, no. I'm muting those. Sorry about that. Mango Man 024 coming in with the follow. Panthros coming in with the follow as well. And Max California. I have to look up, my camera's right here, and it's right in the way of everything I'm looking at. I've adjusted the setup. As you, I'm kind of in the new I'm in the new thing, and I'm starting to get it to a comfortable spot. But thank you so much for the follow, guys, and because you followed, welcome to the Legends Ground Crew. I mean, you followed a few days ago, and you're probably not here. So either way, Wardo Man coming in with the resub. Yep, resub, and he says, "Hello, Legends." There it is. And folks, a name that we haven't seen in the sim in quite a few months. And coming up with a resub as well, 18 months. The one and only Minnesota Rich. One and only Minnesota Rich. That's right. That's right. The gifty, the king of gifted subs. It's good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Folks, that's going to be it for me. Carbon.
Hey, how's everybody doing? Okay, so tonight we are still in Vietnam, leaving Dong Hoi for a place called Pleiku. Should be a pretty scenic flight. Lots of rolling hills and plateaus and cool stuff we'll get to see along the way. Weather should be pretty decent. From what I'm seeing here, the ceilings will be between 4,000 and 5,000 feet AGL. Visibility should be okay, and the weather map looks pretty decent with shouldn't be any rain showers, although there is one kind of approaching from the west. I don't know if it'll make it to us or not before we're done, but we'll see what happens. Other than that, winds, I have no idea. Nobody really cares anyway. The winds are blowing. It's, I think, pretty light. Should be good.
There's winds out there. There's winds out there. All right, folks.
That's
well,
it.
Well, pitter patter, let's get at her.
Pitter patter, let's get out of there. Oh, hey, it is working. Cool. Let's go for a fly.
Woo.
I'm in the Tundies.
How far out are you, Hutch? You
Loading in. I almost got there in time today.
You're close. Up the flap, and we're airborne.
I think for the entire flight, 4,500 feet should clear absolutely everything. So if there's any question, 4,500 should do it. You won't hit anything. I promise.
Don't like the way you said that right at the end.
Yeah, that didn't sound.
I'm being serious. 45 should be good.
I promise. A wink.
Wink heavily and intended.
Don't forget to check your fuel. That's right. Alien Aviator, what's going on? Good to see you. Captain Redbeard just got off work. Got home. That's perfect. Gotta love to see it. You'll love to see work ending and you getting home and doing all the
Way
flying.
to make it home.
Yeah, good job.
Congrats on that.
That's the most important part.
It's a big deal. It is a big deal. I'm going to recline a little bit here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is nice.
Okay. Yeah.
This is nice. Problem with this, like, faux leather / leather is that I'm going to need a towel for my back.
Sweaty.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
pretty unforgiving, aren't they?
Yeah.
2984. Wow.
Oh, it's nice to have. Think about it, gorilla. I got a hairy back too. Ugh. Ugh.
Who you calling gorilla?
Well, but that's his name. I mean, I guess in this case, I'm the gorilla because of
There
the
you go.
hairy back.
Ooh, boy.
We be flying. We're on our way. Oh, got to connect to this bad boy. Connect to Microsoft Flight Simulator. There we go. Oh, and I forgot this one too. Connect. There we go. All right, now I should be connected to everything. We'll see. We will see. Autopilot keeping me perfectly on the magenta line, as per usual. Not accurate. Are you running Google again tonight, Carbon?
What's that?
Are you running Google tonight?
No, I'm not actually. I had a look-see ahead, and the train looks really pretty good most of the way.
Well,
So,
thanks for the heads up.
well, I didn't. I told you I'd include it if you needed it. I said that.
You did. Oops.
How's it looking? I didn't try it with Google, so I bet you it's pretty good.
It looks fine. There we go. That makes more sense. All right, let's take a look outside. How's it look? It looks like trees.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Trees and hills.
AP works much better if you don't use VOR. Fair enough. I see.
Oh, speaking of which, I hope that Jer shows up because I put in a VOR there for him tonight.
He's not going to show.
Oh, man. Every time I do something good for
Nope,
him.
that's the wrong one.
That ungrateful swine.
What? What a jerk. Let's all talk about how big of a jerk Jer is.
You literally cannot put dirt without there, so just so we're good.
That is so accurate. Holy crap, that's fantastic. Good job, Hutch. This guy.
Oh, that's...
This guy's dealt with jerks
Oh,
before.
my
And Jers. Jerks and Jers.
So if anybody wants the VOR frequency, it is 112.8. And once we're out of Saravane, VLSV, you can track that. I'll give you a heading there, or a track, once we're getting close. But if you want to practice your VOR. 112.8, yeah.
Roger, thank you, sir. No problem.
So it looks like I'm not going to be able to do the what's that thing? I know.
Gosh, virtual.
Oshkosh, yeah.
Boo!
'Cause I'm going to be in Ontario.
Boo that man.
Maybe I can make it. No, I can't make it for Monday.
I was just going to
That
say,
won't happen.
because when do we do it? On a Saturday?
Oh, that's right. It might be on the weekend.
You should make your way to our neck of the woods if you're in Ontario on the Saturday, and you can fly from my spot. You can sit right in my rig and fly the plane for me.
I'll sit in the back.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We'll cuddle up. I'll feed
You sit in my
gummy
lap. You can watch and call it dead. No. I can show him my studio. Studio. Show him all the crap that I have hooked up to this thing.
Who's this?
Oh,
didn't
go
set my
away, Cal.
power. I gotta
Go away.
set my
Go
power.
away. No, out. I'm done. I'm done with you. Out.
Cat?
Yeah.
Or your kid?
Don't tell the wife. I can't handle the comms.
You're fine. After the panic subsided.
I figured it out. It took a while, but I got there.
So this is some jungle here. Holy cow. If any of you call a dead stick over here, I'm disowning you.
You just
Why?
couldn't help yourself,
Why?
could you?
Why would you say that?
He's only saying it because he already knows where he's gonna land. So
Yeah, he's already there. It is. You know,
I'm already looking for spots. I don't know
no,
where
it's called. He just Icy just called it.
Yeah.
Icy literally just called it.
Real smooth carbon.
Carbon.
Dead stick free exemption tonight. You're in the 310. No, I think even if you have to land single engine, you should have to do it.
You chose the plane you chose. That is not our problem.
We'll lie in it.
Well, I gotta turn
I got
around.
a good spot right here. Problem's gonna be the 10 minutes it's gonna take me to corkscrew down to it.
Super happy I took the Tundies instead of the NX tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're happy about that?
No, you want
I
to
am
nose
not.
over? I don't get this. Oh.
Yeah, I'm not. I am not happy. What is that? A good spot right there? That might be. We may have found a spot here, guys. Holy reflection! Meow, meow, meow.
Landed over there.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Minnesota, you got down all right? I see you did this so you could catch up. That's fair.
Oh, wait a second. I'm still cruising along here like nothing's going on. He actually did call a dead stick.
Yes, he called it.
Guy. I feel like we talk about dead stick, no one's gonna call him dead stick.
Of course he called it. You essentially dared him.
Ah.
Look at all the trees. I hope nobody calls it.
Like, what is he doing? Why is he saying that? Why would you say that?
We all knew what was happening here. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah, I guess that's my fault.
Yeah, you're gonna own this one?
I
It
will.
wasn't me or Super, so.
Oh god, my
Down a clear. Bye, Rob.
There we go. You're down?
whew,
The heck? Did you land back in the fields or something?
No,
Woo.
when they called the dead stick, I turned my engine off.
wow.
I'm like, I love you.
It's a really good thing that I did not go over this hill. It's a nice little spot.
I think it's going to take me a half hour to get down here.
I need to find a way, the carpet that I have underneath me and that I have my rudder pedals velcroed to is not really stuck on the floor, so it moves. My rudder pedals aren't moving on the carpet, but the whole carpet is sliding. So I'm gonna have to try and figure that out.
There's nothing worse than when you go to push on your rudder pedal and it just slides away. You're like, oh no.
Yeah.
We're gonna
The
die.
worst part is that my shins are gonna slam right into the wheel plate of the rig, and it's really gonna hurt. Like really, really gonna hurt. Airspeed.
I guess where Railer is, that's where I'm going.
Made it.
Get one more turn without dying.
What are you flying tonight, Minnesota? Because you're in just a generic Bonanza for me. Wheels. Okay, let's watch Carbon Dead Stick.
That sounds boring.
Nope, let's watch them. Watch and judge, everybody.
Judging.
Making me nervous. Okay, what are we doing here? 1900.
I just want to tell you
Still got a
both.
bit of distance
good luck.
here.
We're all counting on you.
girl. There we go. Too much speed, but it is an uphill. Let's see what happens here.
You're all right. Are you in the NX?
I am, yeah.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
But I got quite a
I mean,
bit
you
of
gotta get
speed on
down
me, but
first,
I can
yeah.
slam it.
Oh yeah, you're good.
There we go. Woo.
Oh, you're in the L39. Oh yeah, okay, I did see that. You know what? I don't have enough altitude. Okay. Fair enough.
Woo. That terrain comes up quick.
I really love how I'm in cloud with city mountaintops. So whoever said 4,500, you know who you are.
That noise is me adjusting the carpet underneath me. Ooh, I got a new toy.
What'd you get? What'd you get?
What?
That's what I got.
Ooh, new wheel?
Mm-hmm.
Dude. Can you go full screen on yours so we can see it?
Yeah,
That looks
come on.
Oh yeah, right. Right, good call.
Did you steal that from Ferrari?
Porsche.
Wow, cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it, to be
That's
honest.
awesome. When did you get that?
Literally today.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Very, very cool. And what
It's
about the
It's
the
not
base
brand new.
for
Like,
it? Have you
it's-
got one already?
Yeah.
Or-
So ended up getting. Sorry, one sec. I ended up going with the Fanatec or Fanatic, however anyone says it. The DD1, the Podium DD1, and then I got Huizenfeld. I don't know how to say it. Huizenfeld sprint pedals. It's all back there. I haven't set it up on here just yet. I've been too busy with
Nice.
work to get it set up, and I got them literally today at like 3 o'clock. So
It's awesome.
yeah, I'm depending on how this flight goes and how I take a look at my work and see how far along I am. I may try and set up as much as I can tonight.
Cool.
Yeah.
Have you been able to race very much? Like, get,
No, after like setting this up and having to get everything on here because I sold a couple of my other things. I haven't raced in like a week and a half, and then when I realized, like when I was talking to the guy about buying all this stuff because it's secondhand, I didn't buy it all brand new, which was a big deal because I saved way more money than I probably should have. I don't know exactly what this guy was thinking, so fingers crossed it all works. But yeah, so it's all secondhand. So because I was talking to him, I didn't want to get everything mounted on here for my other stuff, even though I've had to wait and I haven't raced in a week and a half or however long it's been. I don't even know. But hopefully this weekend I'll be all set up and good to go, just in time for Mother's Day. Yeah, Wheels. Fingers crossed they're working great. He seemed like
Honey,
a
you're gonna
good
have-
dude.
she's gonna
He's
have
actually-
a great Mother's Day, I betcha.
Well, you know,
probably got the grandparents taking the kid, and then she has
Oh,
the day
God,
to
I
herself,
wish.
and you just have to stay home and do whatever you want.
ugh, I wish she wants to like spend time with us and stuff. It's stupid.
Freaking worst.
Oh God, moms, right? Like, what do you want, cat? There's the cat, by the way, the one that drives me insane. Look at him. Look at him. He's just rubbing his face all over things. He does that to my legs underneath the seat. Drives me nuts.
It's him saying, "I own you."
Yeah, it's him saying he knows I won't do anything to jeopardize my relationship with my wife. Hutch, we can see your screen. Oh, that's on purpose. Got it.
Sort
I was
of.
like, don't pull up anything work related.
Oh, new development update.
Just a quick gander at the dev update here.
Nice.
If I can
Full
remember what
screen.
month we're in. Oh yeah, May. Blah blah blah.
Anything big?
Push
Anything good?
list. Nothing. No, nothing so far.
Oh man.
They're hard at work on a patch that will fix some of the issues from Sim Update 9.
Isn't that
More
what the
details
beta
and
is
patch
for?
updates. Normally.
Isn't that what the beta is for?
Depends on who you ask.
I don't think Asobo understands what a beta is.
Maybe it means something different in French.
It must. Beta means full release. We'll deal with it later.
If anybody from Asobo ever watches this, they are
Oh,
never
yeah.
contacting us.
Maybe that's why they stole the Cubs
Burn
from us.
bridges.
Like, oh, my sim always crashes. Weird.
Yeah, it is probably why they stole the Cubs from you, Carbon.
Oh no.
Yep, 100%.
I'm sure
the
that
reason.
was the plan the whole time.
A
They
year
probably didn't
later.
think this plane would be that well widely used. And then,
Probably not.
like, wait, there's these people flying this thing all the time.
At least twice a week, there's like 30 people flying it.
I mean, you
Look
got
into
people
the-
who love bush flying, and you got people that love airline stuff. So, and helicopters, right?
Yep. Well, those are coming soon too, aren't they?
Yep.
This year, I believe.
I wonder when the gliders will officially make it in.
I hope with the gliders.
I hate this guy.
I hope with the gliders, the you can get a tow from someone else in multiplayer.
Oh, that would be so
That would
much
be
fun.
Wild.
Because they
That
had
would
that
be
in
good.
X-Plane. You could do that in X-Plane 11.
Oh, someone will figure it out then.
I hope so. That'd be amazing.
I almost remember somebody doing that out of
Out of BC, that's where we did it.
BC. Yeah, somebody
It
was,
was,
like flying a jet and pulling it.
Yeah, now I can't think of. It's Squid Boy in the Discord, and now I can't think of what his name was before he changed it to Squid Boy.
Oh, he's the one that's like the narrator for the flying.
Yeah, the virtual
Yeah.
Canadian. Yeah,
It's
So
almost
hilarious.
insane.
I can't. I feel like it started with a C, maybe, or an R. I mean, it goes by Squid Boy now, but what the heck was it before? Is there a Discord history of him that you could?
Probably.
Kinetic assistant for the tow. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Like you could have multiplayer plane tows, AI plane tows, and probably like the ground launch. I don't know what you call them, like the police systems or whatever.
Have an F-35 pull you.
Rip.
Wheels, I missed I haven't seen the Trent Palmer video. I missed
Oh,
that.
I did watch that. What did?
So he, I think it was a
like
couple
two
of
parts,
years
right?
ago. Somebody
Yeah.
took a video of him landing or attempting to land at a friend's field. So he was given permission to land on this guy's property. He did a low approach to check it out, and then came back around and was going to attempt a landing, but couldn't really judge the thresholds, the threshold ends, and decided, you know what, not worth the risk, so I'm just going to go around and I'll be on my way. And some guy recorded it, saying this guy was flying low over this field, and then the FAA got after him, and he's like, no, look, I had permission to land there. I did a visual inspection, and then went around, decided not to land because I couldn't tell where the field or where the runway was.
Right.
And then
right?
yeah, basically they want to suspend, or originally wanted to suspend his license for like 210 days, and now what did they say? What was the last one? Like 60 days or something? Was what?
Yeah, he's still appealing it, I believe.
Still appealing it. Yeah.
He had a second video come out where he kind of
That's
talked
so
about it
dumb.
for a second.
Like,
Yeah.
if he had permission, why? And he has proof.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, the whole, like, the FARs cover you in that too, right? Like, but they're interpreting it as he never landed, so he did a low approach where and he's like, that doesn't make any sense. He said, you do a low approach to, ensure you can safely land, and if you can't ensure that, you have to go around. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. He said, now what you're telling us is you have to land, even if you're not sure, if it's safe. Which is dumb, right? Anyway, it's really weird. I don't know why the FAA is fighting it so hard. It seems a little silly to put all that effort into it.
It doesn't make sense.
Something like that.
Like, it just doesn't make sense.
Oh, I think the latest one is where he crashed a plane into a mountain.
No, that's
No,
what's
that's
his
another
nuts.
guy.
So that's the other guy. Okay.
Trevor
Yeah.
Jacob.
Yeah, that
Trevor
guy-
Jacobs?
Apparently he can get his license back after a year. I don't know if he has to apply for it or whatever it is, but I'm really surprised.
Why would they
that.
ever get that guy a license again is beyond me.
They'll probably deny it.
Reading their judgment report or whatever it's called, like, they were calling him a lot of names very politely. Quite weird.
Yeah, it's all a bit ridiculous. What really surprised me is, like, this guy thought, okay, I can jump out of a plane, let it crash, I'll get away with it. But then he, again, goes and removes the cameras, and he gets the wreckage removed before the NTSB can look at it.
Yeah.
So it's like getting rid of the evidence, which is what you're not supposed to do. I don't know.
NorCali, that's a good picture. Poor Karens. All over the world. The good Karens.
Definitely get your name changed if your name is Karen.
Yeah, that's tough. That's cool.
NorCali.
No,
Oh my.
I remember that show. Terrible.
John and Kate +8.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
2984. If the Navigraph Discord could stop pinging everyone, great.
Oh, I just leave Discords like that.
Mute.
Anybody else's computer put off a lot of heat?
Yes. Yeah.
I need a air conditioner in here.
Dead stick. Oh god, this is basically straight in, yeah? Oh wow, I was
Yeah.
like right over top of this thing.
Dive.
Alright, we're gonna just do one of these. I lost the field.
So we had a little discussion earlier today about switching to the single day schedule for the summer. And I think we came to an agreement on the day of the week that we're gonna go for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any
Sorry, I'm
guesses?
just landing.
Oh, it's distracted.
Did you just refer to me as an it?
No.
I mean, you'd be accurate, but
It puts the lotion on the skin.
Roger that.
whoa, nice little skitter there.
Yeah, so we decided on Mondays, right?
Yep. Yep. I think that's going to work best for everybody's schedule for the most part. And we're going to next week will be the last full week. And then after that, it'll just be Mondays until, when I guess fall rolls around.
Yeah, until September.
Hopefully that works for everybody.
Yeah, I think what we'll do too is on the Thursdays where, we can or we're all kind of around, maybe we'll just do some random flights. We'll do some bush, like BC bush flying or something, but just to slow the journey down. Just so, nobody gets too far behind if they have to miss a few weeks in a row or whatever the case may be. Like I for sure would be missing quite a few Thursdays anyway.
Yeah, fair enough. It seemed to work out pretty well last summer, so it makes sense.
Ha ha ha, Beagle, ha ha ha. No, it starts at the same time as everybody else.
Roger that.
Unless the Jays and the Leafs both suck, then it's year round.
Yes, correct. That is correct.
Let's see here. Oh, this is a long cruise on this next one.
Yeah, it's a good time to go pee.
Right. Right.
Slash poop.
Did the Maple Leafs already play game 2, or is that today?
Yeah, it was yesterday. They lost 5-3.
No way. So they won 5-0, lose 5-3?
Yep.
The heck happened?
Tampa's a good team. The first game was an anomaly,
I told my employees, just make sure you can get back to your computers tomorrow morning. Good old Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, yeah.
They were very excited about it.
We don't really do Cinco de Mayo in Canada. Not like a big thing.
Bummer.
Like some people celebrate it, but it's not. Cinco de Cuatro.
I'm gonna put a link in. I don't know if you saw the Lando Norris helmet for F1 or the Miami Grand Prix.
I haven't seen Lando's. I saw. Who did I see today?
Pardo?
Who the heck? No, I haven't seen Ricciardo's.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, we'd just like to welcome aboard Jared the Jerk.
Whose helmet did I see today? Oh, Lando, that's sick.
Isn't that cool?
Where'd you put it, General?
No, I
It's
just
in the
posted
chat.
it to the chat there. There's a link.
That looks legit. Like it looks like they
Pretty
cut
cool,
a
eh?
basketball.
Yeah.
Look at the aerodynamics on the helmet, eh?
That's brilliant. Why has no one ever done that before?
Who Cinco de la Bat. Yeah. Whose helmet did I see today? It's all decked out in blue and Miami colors. Oh my gosh.
See if it's listed here. Oh, it was blue with like pink and a bunch of like a
Yeah.
zoo special zoo.
Oh, Zhao. Yeah.
Zhao. Okay,
Thank you.
sorry.
Yes, that's who it was. Alfa Romeo Zhao. Yeah.
I do
Apparently,
really like
Rick.
him.
Pardon?
I do really like Zhao.
Yeah, he's a good one. Alfa Romeo could be fun for the next couple of years with him and Valtteri. Ricciardo, Danny Rick, he's got apparently some special helmet as well.
He's doing like a late night talk show tour. It felt like for a minute there.
Yep, he's by far the most popular personality.
If he didn't suck this year, jeez. You know how they do like the end of race driver radio thing?
Yeah,
Like F1 does it as a video after every race.
yeah.
His are by far the most depressing.
It's too bad because he would have had a good finish at Imola.
Ugh.
But, you know, that wreck was his fault, so what are you going to do?
It's like, seriously, the driver talks at the end of the race for him are just him apologizing, and the poor guy on the other end of the radio just basically like trying not to say it was your fault.
Yeah. We'll get him next week. Learn from this. We'll get him next week.
All of those like bottom half of the field driver talks are just awkward. They really should just stop at the end of the points.
I love when they come on. It's like, all right, P16. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys.
Yep. We'll debrief.
We'll
There's
debrief.
nothing to debrief, my guy. Like, you just didn't drive well. Also, you almost drove everyone off the track.
Guys, we finish P16 every week. We don't have to keep having this conversation. Uh-oh, Icy didn't check his fuel, just like Jer last week.
Oh,
Hey,
That's in
Garbo,
your
can I
head, you'll never
borrow buggy for a flight plan?
Yes, I can do that.
Sure.
Do you just want to slew over from the last stop?
Sure.
Cool. We're not too far out from it.
How you doing, Jeremy?
I'm exhausted. How are you?
I'm okay.
Good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Pretty.
There you go, Jer. All set.
Thanks, sir.
Jared did get the 310.
Chair did get the 310.
Did you now?
Oh, cat,
Oh, yeah.
go away.
That was like a classic fake cat sound.
That's what he sounds like all the time.
This is horrible. All right.
So, I'm gonna run up and say goodnight to the kid. He fell asleep on the way home from Canadian Tire with Liz today at like 4 o'clock or something, and had a good like half-hour nap. He hasn't had a nap in weeks.
Oh no.
So
Is he
I'm
wide
looking-
awake now?
Oh, he is wide awake. I'm gonna go say goodnight to him.
All right, man.
For the win.
I'll be right back. Jared, turn your cameras on. God!
Selfish.
All right, I'll be right back, guys.
Rough day there, Jer?
Yeah, I didn't sleep
Little
very
busy?
much last night. I'm tired.
Oh. The whole kid thing, right?
Yeah. Some days
It's
are better
easy
than
to
others.
forget how hard that is. Eventually, you'll forget about how bad it was.
Yeah. Just like having
Maybe.
a puppy, man.
Yeah.
accurate.
but it lasts longer.
Yeah. All right.
You had a few good days in a row, though, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I
Or at least one that I
two.
know of.
I had 2 good nights in a row, and then I've had, I think, 3 consecutive bad ones.
Well,
we
you know,
going,
that's why
real
we
time?
have cocaine.
Yeah, real time. Yeah.
All right.
Wheels. What are you doing?
That's a pretty sweet stream right there.
I'm gonna save you Hutch, because Hutch is pretty to look at. There you go.
Whoa, easy. Easy, tiger. Kev, you're using the 750 mod with your external AP panel? I'm gonna need a picture of that. You're talking about the 310. Never mind. I know what you're doing. Jared, dev update. They have a hotfix coming out soon. Details to follow.
A hotfix.
Woohoo!
What are they fixing?
Yeah, well, a patch, whatever, to resolve some of the issues that emerged after Sim Update 9er.
There were no issues.
Yeah. That's perfect.
The hot mess fix.
Crap. Yeah, Cub. Sorry, I know what you're talking about now. I thought you were in the xCub, so that didn't make sense. You're fine.
Oh, Jer, after the next airport we land at, you got a couple legs you can use the VOR.
Ooh.
Just for you.
Yeah.
But don't tell him the frequency because he
Oh,
missed
okay.
it.
Right. You're on your own.
I did just pick it up on DME, so
Oh, did you? Oh, nice.
yeah, 124, just under 124 miles out.
Oh, yeah, I got it there too. ATP, yep.
My boss lives in Kentucky, and yesterday on this meeting, he tells us right at the end, no one try to call me till Tuesday. The Derby is this weekend. I will be unavailable. I'm like, all right. Well, hopefully you get back home. And he sent me some text today that was not spell checked. So I think it's going well. Wherever they are. He lives like really close to the airport, Jer. He said, what did he say? There was a bad snowstorm once, I guess, there. And like the city didn't do a good job of plowing the roads fast enough, so UPS threatened to move their global headquarters out. And now they have like the best snow removal in the world, apparently.
Oh, that's
So,
amazing.
their roads are just like immaculate, apparently. UPS
funny.
gets what they want out there.
That's
Of
awesome.
course. Of course.
Typically
All
during
right.
a snowstorm here, they don't plow until, I don't know, whenever they feel like it.
Figure it out,
If you have to go to work, too bad.
right?
There's apparently quite a few volcanoes down this way, but I don't know if any of them are like super obvious when you fly past them. I've posted a video in the journey the other day, and the guy talked about a volcano that has like farmland built on it and stuff like that. They terraced it, and apparently it's pretty common. I don't know if I'd want to put my house near that.
these volcanoes en route today, or just nearby?
Well, I tried kind of figuring out where they were, but it was really difficult to spot even from the satellite views. Like they don't like look well defined as far as I could tell. I don't know if I was looking in the wrong spot, but there's probably a good chance one will be along the way somewhere.
Roger that.
So I'm guessing by the end of next week we should be in Cambodia, and then we'll be down to 1 day a week. So we're gonna be probably for the next little while we're gonna be just making our way down through like Singapore and stuff, and gosh, I don't know if we'll make it to Australia before the end of summer.
Especially going down to 1 day a week, right?
Yeah. That's alright though.
Well, some good scenery or geography.
Yeah, for sure. Have they announced what they're doing for the next world update? I'm sure they have. I haven't paid attention.
No, they didn't because of
Italy.
Oh, it's the one after that they haven't said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They're waiting
what's-
for E3 for that one, I think.
So there's one coming up and then one for E3, or just the one for E3 coming up?
I think there's 2 in a row.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What's the next one then? Did they say what?
It's Italy. That's all they know.
Oh, Italy, okay. And then one for E3. I wonder what it's gonna be.
Canada.
Oh. All
Just-
the prairies.
Right.
Calgary, nowhere else.
Wherever it looks like Kansas. Just flat.
Do you see this weird coloring on the ground just to the right of track? What is this?
Oh, it must be clouds.
Is that what it is? I thought it was like a water thing
smoke.
at first. Oh, there we go. Maybe it is clouds. Weird.
Jared, did you want... Oh, I guess you're already loaded in, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm good. What's the temperature out in the? Where are we? We're down south. It's got to be pretty warm, right?
20 degrees at 4,500.
There you go. Nailed it.
Yeah, Hutch, I think that's got to be cloud. On the left-hand side, there's a little area here, too. That looks
It almost
cloudy or
looks like there should
smoky.
be like some river things going on because there's these very intentional breaks in the tree lines and whatever, but I don't know. Vladdy saving your boys yesterday, Jer.
Oh, dude, don't even talk about it. They're getting smoked tonight. Yesterday's yesterday.
I did
Getting
not
crushed.
think he was gonna scoop that. I thought for sure we won the game on that throw.
Yeah, they're
That
getting
was-
beat by the Guardians.
The hell's a guardian?
Right. So,
Walk the Beagle. I'm doing like 111, 112 indicated, about 119 ground speed.
I got 120.5 ground speed.
Still 22 minutes out. Really? Doesn't seem that far.
This is on 43 miles?
You're at 43 right now?
43 and a half, yeah.
Yeah, I think the full length of it was like 70 some odd or 80 something. 78?
Into the Maple Leafs yesterday, Jer.
Not good, man. Toronto's struggling.
Quite a 180.
Yeah. Literally was a 180.
So was game 1 a fluke or game 2 a fluke?
Game 2. Definitely
Okay.
game 2. Definitely game 2.
Who's the betting favorites for the Cup?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Let's see.
Colorado.
Oh. Are they that much better than most?
They're real good.
They're real nice. Clark.
We had a discussion a few flights ago, I think, about black shark. Has anybody heard anything at all? If they're still involved, or
That was a question that a lot of people were asking, but they didn't ask it. I think they're like purposely avoiding it.
oh really?
Something's going
Seems
on
that
there.
way. Yeah.
Oh yeah, here's a
Ooh.
forum post on it.
Me and the brother-in-law did buy our tickets to Top Gun today.
Oh, snap.
They
Tickets to what?
were not easy to get, surprisingly.
That's, what, May 27th?
Yeah, but there's a couple places that had it as early as that Tuesday, whatever that is.
Really?
Yeah, so if you're looking, like, look now, because at least out here there was a lot that were already booked.
I think it's going to do well.
Oh, Jared's riding the 310. I didn't even know. Or is it 310, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
That kid is so awake. Poor Liz.
He's on cocaine.
Yeah, I mean, she knew, so she's kind of just laughing about it, but it's gonna get old
Is
real
it the
soon.
sad laugh or the
No, like a legit laugh. I think it's a legit laugh right now because he's not being disruptive. He is laying there and like being calm, but he's just la 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 la. He's just making little noises, talking to himself, and
full on delirious?
oh, he's just wide awake. Just wide awake. Apparently, in the bath tonight, Clarkson was looking down at himself, and he was asking Liz, "What's in my penis?" And she's like, "What? What are you talking about?" And it's like, "This. What's in my penis?" She's like, "Are you talking about what you're grabbing right now?" "Yeah. What's in my penis?" "Clark, those are your testicles." "What are those?"
Fun conversation.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there.
That's nasty.
Yeah. Yeah, we're getting to the fun conversations already. Now he's asking like what's in his arm. I'm like, well, it's mostly bone and muscle and tendons that make your fingers go like this. And he points to his tummy. "What's this? What's in here?" "That's your tummy. That's where your food goes."
Just the endless questions.
Yeah. And then apparently he had like a little bug bite or something, and he goes, "Look, Daddy, that's my third nipple." Like, what? Yeah, look. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God. You're never really prepared for these conversations with a 3-year-old. I would love to be in his head. Today, she took him to Canadian Tire, and just because she had to go out. And before they go in, she's like, "Do you have to go pee?" No, I don't have to pee. Literally walk in the door, and he goes, "Oh, I have a penis. I do have to go pee." Like, what?
How about that?
Yeah. Yeah. How about that? I do have a penis. Looks like I do have to go pee.
Hopefully he doesn't have awkward conversations like that with strangers.
Oh boy.
How's it going over there, Jer?
He looks confused and perplexed. I love it.
Yeah, it's got a bit off course, it would seem.
No, I didn't know. I just made the turn. This yes knob is not centering.
Did you rub it? Rub the knob.
Rub the knob. What is that doing?
There we go.
Well, for those of you using the VOR on the next leg out, it should be a track of 148 inbound.
148. Roger.
Oh my gosh, this leg is taking forever.
This is a long leg. Who planned this? This is nonsense.
Somebody put a runway in.
Worst part is, like, underneath me, it all looks like trees. It's not fun landing spots. Oh my goodness gracious.
Further on in the flight is a really cool plateau. Let's see where it is. I think it's about halfway through the next leg, and there's like a giant lake. I don't know if we might be able to find a spot to do a touch and go there.
Let's do it.
But it's pretty cool.
Do it.
Wee.
What are you
Workout.
grounding there, Jer?
Not sure yet. 164, I think.
Wardo, don't get any ideas. It's not the appropriate place.
I don't know why that's off.
The VOR thing not working, Jer?
Yeah, well, that's just my GPS. It might be that thing where it's like offset or something. That for the first leg, remember? I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, yeah. Could be.
If I go
Yeah.
nav, let's see where it's gonna bank me to the left and go. See how far it takes me over.
Yeah. Is this the same machine that has like a ridiculous number of possible failures? And
Yeah, it's so good.
that's
It's
amazing.
got like full state saving. It's
That's
even got like a
awesome.
rental option, which is really, really cool, which I haven't even heard of or thought of.
A
Where
rental
you can
option.
set it as a rental. The Hobbs meter will actually like accumulate time in between use, and then I don't know where this thing is going. And then every time you come back in it, it's as if somebody else used it, so switches may be in different positions. And
Oh, so it'll do different states, and maybe there'll
Yeah.
be like a failure or.
yeah, and it's got like everything just slowly wears out, and you can take care of it. And I have failures on
Sick.
rarely, I think, which is the
Well, what it should be.
yeah, which is
if
the
you
most
got good
realistic.
maintenance.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then, so those might happen. Just they've got I think over 200 failures from everything from like just little burnt out lights. Yeah, I don't know where this thing
That's
is taking
amazing.
me. Where the heck am I going?
Do you have the track line set correctly? Or is it
Uh,
flying you back to the airport?
Did you do set next waypoint? I'm not sure if you can do
Like,
that or
do a
not. but-
direct.
I don't know.
Because
If you
mine,
go
when I
to
load in,
flight
always
plan
points the wrong
FPL,
way.
or I guess you have it on the second one. Yeah, see how it says it's going direct time CLI on the second screen, like down below.
Down
Sorry,
here? Oh, shoot.
Yeah. Like yeah, on the second screen. I'm seeing a delay in your feed. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No worries.
I think from there, if you go direct to the next airport, that should fix it. Because right now it's trying to go to that stupid leg that it takes off of the departure runway.
Right.
Yeah.
Flight plan. Can I like select? No.
If you go to flight plan, you should be able to highlight by pressing the center for the cursor.
Yeah.
There you go.
Irving, and then direct.
Yeah.
Enter. Activate.
Should be, yeah. Oh, it did it pre-fill?
Didn't do anything.
Maybe you can just
Maybe just
manually
enter?
plug in VLSV.
Yeah. All right. Well, since we're going the wrong way, we'll turn around.
If anybody figures out why when I export those flight plans, why it does that, I'd love to know a fix for it. Drives me nuts.
Zaravine. Where is that? Oh, that is it. Okay, that's weird. So it shows, but then it says time CLI. What's that?
Yeah, see, it's trying to go back to that departure point.
Huh. Okay. Well, let's I guess go direct.
Kev says, can you see the fuel tank selector knobs very easily?
No, it's hard to see them.
Do you have to like shift your view or something?
Yeah, they're so from just like normal view, they're down here. It would be wise to set up a custom camera.
Oh, right. Well, it looks like a nice machine.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's well worth it, I think. I needed a kind of a cruising twin. I use the Arrow quite a bit, but minus
What a mug.
4. Outside.
Is that a Pittsburgh Penguins mug, Jer?
No, just a penguin.
Uh-huh. That's how it starts. Oh shoot, we're getting close.
What is minus 3 CLD or CLO? Does anybody know what that would be? These are all my EGT and CHT. There's battery, outside air temperature, oil quantity. I don't know that one. 001 Fahrenheit.
So what's it say again?
Minus 3 CLO?
Minus 3.
Guess I should make sure I'm not going to hit a mountain. Okay.
Not sure.
I wish somebody would create a hotkey for headphone simulation. The sounds are like incredible, but it's loud.
Can't you map that?
I don't think so. I think it's just in the sound options, isn't it? General.
Maybe.
Sound. Headphone simulation. That's better. Let's see. Fuel gauge there. All right.
Ooh. The next leg is almost as long.
Oh, I guess between the VOR and the next airport.
Yeah, touch and go. Just keep going.
So super with that wheel, does that mean you're going to be doing a lot more F1 stuff or different, like the actual F1 game, or what?
No, it's just he had that wheel and then a GT style wheel, like a round wheel with kind of like a flat bottom. But by the time I got to him, someone had already claimed the GT wheel, so I said, okay, well, I'll take the Formula wheel because I was eventually going to get one anyway. But I'll use that to do like a lot more road course type stuff. And honestly, it's the only wheel I have right now, so I'll be using it for everything. But I will get a round one for when I'm doing the NASCAR stuff. You can't exactly do dirt or anything like that with that thing, so. I see, like you, I want to get the big, like the NASCAR rim.
I didn't realize for like Truck Simulator and whatever, they had all these like fancy wheels for those too.
Oh yeah, you can get massive wheels with like full panels, full button panels and everything.
I saw someone had this giant like polished wood one.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, crap. You know.
Didn't we say touch and go?
Yep. Touch and goes.
Yeah.
Looks like everyone is down and stopped. Pitter patter.
Pitter patter, get at her.
How fast are you cruising in that thing, Jer? Indicated.
Million.
Indicated 160.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Speedy.
Ground 167.
Any chance we can get that up to 169er?
We
Yeah.
can try. Burn a little more fuel.
Super takes the inside.
Landing long.
I was gonna say. There we go.
87 miles. Where's that to? $112.8.
Yeah, the shiny skull shifter in for Truck Sim is a must.
Ruxin. What are we talking about?
Shiny skull shifter. That's awesome.
Euro
You should
Truck
just have
Sim.
that for the. You should just have that for the throttle on the Bravo.
I don't know if it would fit.
PDF. Maybe I'll go.
It was 148 for 112.8 on the VOR stuff.
What? Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Roger. Is that your first run in that bird, Jer?
I fired it up yesterday. I didn't really fly anywhere. Just reading through the manual and stuff.
Nice.
It's pretty awesome. Although this DME, I don't know what this is, or what's that pointing towards. 15 miles. Oh, I think that's 115 miles. 42 minutes. That would make sense.
For 112.8?
Yeah.
Oh, you're way back there then.
Is that right? 100?
Oh, yeah, there you are.
114? Maybe there's not enough decimal places. $170 knots. Almost 169. Alright, well, I think we're set up for cruise. I'll go direct to the VOR. How far are you guys out from the VOR?
60.4.
And what are you grounding?
I'm climbing, but normally 120.
Okay. We'll make 50 knots an hour.
Yeah, ETE 5 minutes to the VOR.
35 minutes? Okay.
Yep.
I'm for 40 minutes. Yeah, super. It's still doing that thing that it's tearing. My screen's tearing when I'm streaming.
That's so weird. I don't know why it would do it. I can see it happening.
I swear I never used to do it.
I wonder if it's like a graphic setting that's changed or something. Have you done any? Well, I guess the only thing that's changed is just the last update, right?
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I don't know why it would be doing that, Jer.
Weird.
Because all it's doing is recording your screen. It's not even... Are you doing a screen cap? Or a window cap? Or...
I'm doing like the game cap. I tried different ones last time.
I don't understand.
Right? Bizarre.
It was doing the same thing with a screen cap?
Yeah.
Have you opened up your task manager to see if it's getting... I don't even know. Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's cool, Carbon. You can like the sounds are so good. You can just sync your props by sound.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Just like the real thing.
Yeah, it's really cool, man.
We still streaming?
It's really nice.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I just had a little bit of a freeze there. They call me T-Plane. Kev, I have no idea what I'm talking about. But I do find it weird that Video Ninja that we've been using for all this time as a capture would be causing that tearing. And just for Joe.
Weird. It goes right away as soon as I stop streaming.
That's so weird.
I don't know. Maybe it's a V-Sync thing. Like I should turn that on.
Turn it on just for fun.
I'm using G-Sync. Frame limit 60.
Well, do you get 60 frames?
Probably not.
Then put it to 30.
That actually might be better.
Yeah, it's better, but it's still not great.
It's not great.
Put it to 30 just to...
No.
Yeah, it's still the same. Turn your G-Sync off on your monitor.
I don't think I can do that. Alright, I have to go into the NVIDIA control panel.
Right. TA 300. I mean, all that looks pretty normal. I don't know.
I don't know. We'll have to spend some time on a weekday or something.
I would say, can you not go into the control panel and turn off G-Sync?
Suppose. Let's see.
Because if it's putting out G-Sync, but Video Ninja doesn't capture G-Sync, then maybe that's what's causing tearing? I don't know.
Oh. Maybe.
I still don't understand why you would see it and not just the stream. Have you always had G-Sync on?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Damn it, oh, Alejandro. Alejandro.
Oh, nice, Kirk.
Wireless, but
No time. Sick of this guy hitting 200.
he's a good hitter too, right? No.
He has been. The Jays haven't been hitting at all this year so far.
I don't know, man. Control panel's not even launching.
Well, I feel like that's a problem.
Who knows, dude? You know?
It's dead stick time.
Oh God. Oh
You're the-
no, I see.
You suck.
I hate you. Oh, where's my one shot?
What's best glide speed, Jer?
Oh, yeah, shut her down, Jer.
I did look that up. No, I can't shut it down.
You can shut one down.
Shut it down. You made your choice. You don't just get to skip out on
Hold
dead
on.
sticks.
No. Just give me a minute.
Okay, leave it on but land. Leave it on but land.
Figure out a million things here.
No.
All right, we'll shut down the left engine.
Shut them both down.
Oh goodness.
Well, that had a nice little pull to it.
Fell
There's
to the
not practice of this ever.
This will be interesting to see if he hits like critical speed if the thing just flips over.
Hey, what? That's a thing.
I'm gonna stop this climb. Alt. Other prop, they're using the new prop physics on this too.
Oh, nice.
Cool. A little bit of aileron. Trim. Oh yeah. Straight and level.
No, what? You're not supposed to be level.
There we are. We're cruising.
All trimmed out.
It's a good looking
So
plane.
unfair.
Nice to have two engines. Now,
All right, Shadow, you and me.
Came in a little hot. Speed brakes. Oh, we're crashing, boys.
Are ya?
Yeah.
Down.
A lot of trees down here.
Stop. Oh my god.
You awake?
Oh, yeah, change my pants. Oh my god. That got a little dicey.
Tower, this is Ghost Rider requesting a flyby.
Clear! Fluffy Colin, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. I'm going to get up in the air here and then I'll give you a proper how do you do.
How are you now?
How are you now? Okay, there we go. Fluffy Colin, thank you so much for the follow. You know, if you want to come and fly with us, you're more than welcome. We are flying around the world. If you know who we are, cool. If not, that's what we're doing. We're flying the xCubs. We've got a website. We've got a Discord. All that fun stuff. We got some stuff. Got some stuff.
We got stuff.
We got stuff. But all jokes aside, if you do want to come fly with us, you're more than welcome. It is a group flight, as you can see as I jump in. We're all a little bit spread out because we just had a dead stick call. So everyone kind of landed wherever they could, except for Punch. He's not playing along because he wanted to fly a different plane. Anyways, thanks for the follow.
Guys, he's flying.
Welcome to the Legends Ground Crew.
Welcome to the Legend Ground Group. Thank you, sir.
See ya.
No, you're good, man. You're good.
Whew. That worked out all right.
Are you not allowed to get dirt on those wheels, Jer?
No, it's a rental.
It's a rental. It's a rental. I'm not allowed
Did you
to
get the
land.
engine started up yet, Jer?
Yep, we're good to go.
And did you land or?
Not yet. I will.
Oh, okay.
Once I catch up. What was I trying to find out here? Oh, Best Glide. Emergency procedures. Engine failure during flight. Failure during flight. Below VMCA.
Is he still awake?
Engine inoperative landing. Where's dual?
Oh God,
Dual
he's
engine.
still awake. Good boy.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. She's not laughing anymore.
Yeah, I can hear
Except
Maggie up
kids
there too.
falling off bikes, maybe. I could watch kids fall off bikes all day. I don't care.
Yeah, Fluffy. If you get the flight sim, you'll definitely want some sort of stick yoke type situation because flying with keyboard and mouse is not fun.
The X controllers just sound brutal.
Yeah.
Hutch.
That's me.
Dual engine failure during cruise flight. Prop feather. Airspeed 111. Best Glide.
That's
Not
speedy.
bad.
She's a speedy one.
A little bit of a brick.
Right? What else did I want to see here? Oh yeah, that's my performance tables here. Bang.
PC helps. It's actually pretty decent on Xbox, to be honest. It seems like it was optimized for Xbox more than it was for PC.
I think that's where a lot of the Sim Update 9 trouble is, though, isn't it, Jer? Weren't you telling me that?
Xbox people are having heck of an issue apparently
Well, that's not fun.
with Sim
It's
Update
their
9.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
our
about time.
Deserve it. You all deserve it.
In your faces. But she is pretty powerful, so having it on PC is kind of nice.
Fuel switch if anybody needs it.
Right. You guys have like, what's your outside air temperature showing?
21,
20. Yeah.
20. Yeah, are you at like 6,000 feet?
34.
20 degrees.
Oh, Bo, you suck.
60 OAT. Yeah, 60 degrees Fahrenheit. That seems crazy.
Wheels.
She doesn't flare, she drops. What did I miss?
Talk about the
310.
310.
Oh yeah. You gotta fly her,
Belly
right into the
flops.
runway. It's pretty awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We have different definitions.
Oh yeah.
You know, Wheels, if you're a good dad, I mean, you'd have it half done for him by the time I got home, you know? The bedroom is above the garage. Oh, that'll suck.
Oh, 11 strikeouts for Shohei tonight.
That's not bad.
It must be nice.
Favorite plane in game is definitely the xCub.
I don't know, the 208's decent. With the mod. You can That's a little better.
In real life, I mean, that's tough. Not being a pilot and not having a ton of experience in planes, the ones I like to watch the most, it's all GA and bush flying. Experimental for sure. I don't know. I'd almost probably say the Kit Fox.
It's a cool plane.
I
think
would
really
say,
any kind of semi-modern tail dragger would be pretty awesome.
yeah. Like I would normally say the Cub or one of the Cubs, but I like that the Kit Fox is side by side sitting rather than front and back. I don't know why. There's just something about that I like.
The only drawback to any of these planes is really you've got at the most 2 seats.
Yeah.
And you might not even be able to manage that depending on where you're flying. And
you know what? That's a good point. Because I think if I had money to buy a plane, get my license and all that stuff, I'd want something to fly my family around. And in that case, I'd probably look at an Arrow or a Cherokee. Get like a 6-seater just so you have the extra space and weight.
Agreed.
What'd you go with, Chair?
What was that?
What would you go with?
For cruiser?
Yeah, for the fam.
If I had money, I'd go for the DA-62.
Ooh.
Yeah, that thing is sweet.
What about the SR-22?
Maybe. That's a good plane, actually.
Pretty sweet plane.
Yeah.
Little the cap system in there. Little safety backup.
Twin Baron.
All right, I'm 22 minutes out from the VOR. What about you guys?
14, just under 14.
Roger.
Just shy of 20.
Oh, where are you at, Cartman?
I don't know. Every time they do one of these dead sticks, I get further and further behind.
How far are you? I'm 30? What'd you say?
I'm 39 miles right now.
I'm 30. Hutch, I see you quite a bit in front of me.
I'm 28 miles.
Okay, you're not that far. Okay.
I was 13 minutes away from the next spot.
You guys will be coming up to the plateau with the lake there, too.
Yeah, I got the plateau right here in front of me at my 2 o'clock. Sure.
Roger.
Plateau in sight.
I also think for affordable aircrafts, I like the Bush Cats.
Bush Cat, I don't even know what that is. Is that one of those, like, was it one of your, like, home build sort of thing?
It's kind of, yeah, I mean, you can get them pre-built. But look them up. They're
like,
little experimentals.
Like a kit plane sort of.
Yeah,
deal.
you can get them tail dragger or trike.
Deep to right center field.
Get out of here.
Good night. Bryce Harper killed that ball.
I mean, the 172 is classic, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So
Parts everywhere. Probably the least expensive to maintain, I would think.
yeah.
Right, how could you ever afford something like this even? Like, I've been watching some videos from 310 Pilot. He's got a family. Pretty young guy. Like, I'm burning 190
Pounds per hour?
pounds? Yeah, 190 pounds per hour. Which is 70, like 140 gallons an hour?
And at the price of gas right now, can you imagine?
Right? Like, you're just...
So one of my clients, he's about to retire, an accountant. He's got money, owns his own plane, and now I can't think of what he owns. It's a dual. I want to say like a King Air or something like that. Yeah, but basically, gas is so expensive that he's not flying as much as he wants.
I mean, what is aviation fuel right now per gallon? Anyone?
No idea.
Let's find out. Let's find out.
Doesn't SkyVector tell you that if you click on a field?
I think so.
I think it's a King Air he's got.
Let's see.
He sent me a picture of it.
Hamilton
the-
Airport by you? What is it,
Yeah.
12?
Yeah,
TYH,
Hamilton.
Hamilton?
So it would be
$8.
what are you looking for? A turbine or just piston?
Just
You
piston.
need 100 low lead. Jet A, I think, tends to be less expensive now. I could be wrong on that, but
I thought he said it was a King Air. Maybe I'm wrong. I think it's a bearing.
$2.05 a liter at Guelph right now for 100 LL.
Per liter.
Yeah, Canadian dollar.
That's
Not
not
yet
much
US.
more than our.
Do gallons
Car
to,
fuel.
or do liters to gallon.
how much per liter was it?
205.
Yeah.
Yikes!
So that's
And there's what, 4 liters in a
Uh,
gallon, is there?
a little less than 4 gallons in a liter, yeah.
4 liters in a gallon.
No. Yeah, sorry. You said it right.
It's like 4,
I knew
4
what
and
you
a
meant.
half? Something like that.
3.79.
3.79.
And this has a 160 gallon, I think, tank, including the auxiliaries, I believe.
Oh
Quick math.
boy!
Ouch.
Quick $400 flight, no big deal.
160, what is that, 160 times 4? 800, 700 liters basically to fill up. $1,400 to fill up.
Yikes!
Yeah,
Woof. You could do that, Jer.
yeah, quick 1400.
Makerspace has done well
Dropped
lately.
1400 on the Jays game tonight. That is crazy.
Are you guys going over to check out the lake at all, or are you just gonna keep on trucking? I don't know if there's a good spot over there or not. Wolf's over that way. By the way, once you get to the VOR, the track outbound is 130.
130, Roger.
130, Roger.
It's like Wolf might have found something over there.
Two main tanks, usable capacity of 50 gallons each, and there's 2 auxiliary tanks of 31 and a half. So 163 gallons.
That is crazy.
And it doesn't
That'd
last that
be
long either.
$6.05 US a gallon.
6 times 160 Hutch?
What?
Too much. That's not what I clicked.
I guess you're not flying. I mean, honestly, at that price, might as well just get on a commercial flight.
$960
$960 US.
I mean, there's gas. I mean, it's $5 a gallon right now in a lot of places, so it's not much more.
That's crazy. That doesn't cost anything but parking fees, hangar fees, maintenance,
Insurance.
insurance. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. I mean,
Exactly.
She is
So
pretty
the
though.
airport by ICNI is only $5.60 a gallon.
All right, I'll come down
$5.70 a
there, fill up.
gallon. So it's a little better. Save yourself a good $40.
Oh, that was,
Did you
I
guys
was
figure
flying
out what
with
the
my
final
right-
price would be?
About $1,000.
Yeah.
Whoa, no way. Really?
$960 US dollars.
Oh, that's brutal.
$1,000.
Not ideal.
Not ideal.
And I'm burning per hour 100. So right now I've got 300 pounds of fuel. Actually, let's see, 300 plus 100. So I have 400 pounds of fuel. I'm burning 200 an hour. So I've got 2 hours left of fuel.
I'm telling you, paramotor or an ultralight might be the way to go.
Is that right? It's got to be right. Yeah, burning about 170 pounds an hour. I've got 400 left. Wow.
I can do the touch go down here.
Good thing I had my right mags off the whole time.
We don't do that.
What exactly do
Going for that
magnetos
little
do
piece.
on a piston engine, Carbon?
Meg's, I believe it's basically like a starter, like gives it spark.
Like spark plugs?
Somebody else probably has a better.
Magneto. Function.
What's up, Lord Donkey Slayer?
It's
Sorry,
been
who?
like, it's been like 20 years since I've flown a piston. So.
Aircraft magneto is an engine-driven electrical generator that uses permanent magnets and coils to produce high voltage to fire the aircraft spark plugs.
Oh, there you go.
So I had my right mags off, but my engine was still firing?
Because you would have had your left mag on, right?
Oh,
Because you always have a set of two
left
per
and
engine.
right. Correct.
Oh, you testing your run up, right, Jared?
Yeah, that's right. Test my run up. Oh, so I had my left magneto for my left engine and left end magneto for my right engine. Okay. Interesting. Watch that RPM drop.
So it's basically like a high voltage generator to get enough power for the spark plugs. Is that what it's saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess like a newer engine would just have an alternator instead. I'm
I don't know.
assuming,
There's
or
an
is the
alternator. No, there's an
just for-
alternator in here.
So that's just for starting then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I like it when we had Bruno around.
Tower, this is Ghost Rider requesting a flyby.
Here's how an
You
aircraft
did.
magneto works. Aircraft piston engines are designed with two independent ignition systems made up of two aircraft spark plugs per cylinder and a left and right aircraft magneto. Left aircraft magneto fires one plug per cylinder, while right aircraft magneto fires the other.
Hold on, Jared, one sec.
Yep.
Hey, Lord Donkey Slayer, thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it. I don't know if you got the sim or not, but if you do and you want to come fly with us, you are more than welcome. We fly the Cubs. We've got a Discord with the flight plans, flying around the world. Come and join us. But because you followed, welcome to the Legends Ground Crew. Welcome to the Legends Ground Crew. T-Plane. They call me T-Plane. No, I'm not doing the robo voice.
Carbon is ATP up on a field, right?
Not a field, no, it's just the VOR.
Roger.
All right. switch over to the auxiliaries. It's gonna be risky.
I'm not gonna lie, having this reclined seat with a wheel deck at my feet to put my legs up, this is nice. This is real
Not
good.
fall asleep while flying an airplane.
Oh, I could 100% fall asleep right now.
I don't think you're gonna like how you get woken up.
It'll just be you guys laughing because I crashed.
This is pretty crazy. This
Plateau.
water body of water on top of this thing. You guys talked about that already?
Yeah, Carbon. What were you saying that lake was called?
I don't know if I've got the name here. See if it says. Doesn't have it labeled. So you get to name it.
Drum roll. Sure.
Plateau Lake.
Wow, you really went out for that one.
Kind of thought you'd deliver a little more, but all right.
That's all I got in my tongue roll, man.
Mine did like have like some more Vietnamese sounding thing, like Bang Low or
Bang low.
But it's on a
Bangs.
high plateau. Can't be low.
That's the ex-commercial pilot. This guy in orange right here.
El Carbone, aka the Silver Lord.
El Garbanzo.
Wow, I am far behind y'all.
You
I see
are.
you, Carp.
Jared, I think
Still
you're
ahead
gonna
of
pass me in a hurry.
I'm still 8 minutes out.
I'm so slow. Why am I so slow?
Mary flops out. That'd be
Flops up?
embarrassing.
How many gallons per hour are you burning?
All of them.
All of them.
You're 8 minutes out, sir?
Yeah.
From the VOR?
Yes.
Okay, I just passed it.
Yeah. Same.
And then 75 miles to the, oh gosh, sorry guys. 75 miles to the finale, I guess.
I love it. This is a good cruising. Like, this is perfect.
42 minutes to BBPK.
If you guys find any cool spots to land, feel free, then I can catch up.
We should have done the plateau.
I'll have to be
route.
careful with this thing because of all the persistent failures. Dead sticking this thing.
That's no excuse, Jer.
You'll start confusing the system, like mid-air engine shutdowns for no reason.
Well, it's cool. It tracks your tail number, so I just need like a for the around the world. I need like a beater, you know. It's cool. It even like accumulates dirt and stuff over time.
That's cool.
Clutter in the inside. Look, I got a briefcase. I can
What
put
are
a
you doing
hat
with
back.
a briefcase? You don't need no briefcase.
There's all these stickers I can put.
What the heck? What?
Gordo, we haven't played Chase the Carbon in a while, have we? I'm gonna have to do a flight plan on a river somewhere.
Say we need to get a river run.
Yeah.
It's hard to play Chase the Carbon when he's 10 minutes behind us.
I'm winning, and you don't even know it.
You didn't know we were playing. It's a good looking aircraft inside.
Yeah, man, they did a nice job texturing and everything.
3-year-old
Got great visibility
Oh,
too.
cowboy
It
hat.
really is a good plane for the cost, man. It's worth it for sure.
Got some good windows.
Right? Trying to find hidden click spots.
The kid is finally asleep.
Oh, you're lucky.
What?
Oh,
Mine's been
no,
awake
he's
for
not.
every 2 hours.
Nope, she tried to leave and he rolled over. Oh,
Got her.
gosh, I'm going to be in so much trouble.
These all work. Nice.
What do you say we average per flight, like flight time in these things?
You're looking what, 2
and a
to
half?
3?
Yeah.
2.5 to 3
Edge.
hours.
say 3 times, and it's day 118.
I don't know that number. I don't want to know that number.
That'd be like 354 hours so far.
Divided by 24.
14.75 days. Wow.
That's the...
Almost half a month of your life sitting at this computer.
I feel like we did that just in Africa.
This is kind of cool. It's something that's modeled. The fuel-injected engines of the 310 return about 30% of unused fuel to the main tanks when in operation. So if you're burning from the aux tanks, but the main tanks do not have sufficient empty capacity to hold this returned fuel, this 30% is vented outside and lost. The manufacturer recommends that aux tanks not be selected until after 90 minutes of flight time.
Oh, interesting. So it'll just like shoot it out of bed.
Yeah.
Nice. I don't need that $6 a gallon fuel. It looks very clean inside for an old bird.
Right?
Hey, you got the Trident. That's cool. Is that default?
I can take it away.
Take it away?
Yeah.
Oh.
Donkey Slayer, we do have Dead Stick as part of our stall points, our channel points.
There's all these little hidden Easter eggs kind of around.
I think we've done 2 already.
Yep.
Oh my God, Jared, where's your yoke?
Right here.
Oh.
Jerry wants to see a stall. I'm assuming he's talking
What? Okay, let me cross this VOR and we can do it. I should probably climb a little bit. This thing is not certified for spins.
Oh, I'm almost over the VOR.
That is for sure. From what I've seen, she doesn't really stall, or like doesn't spin. She'll just kind of buff it. Nose over a bit.
Oh, he's finally asleep.
Okay, what was the heading? Course 130?
I think that's what he said.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Left turn 130.
No, Token definitely did not hear about that. Lord Donkey, where on earth would you like us to try and land right now?
Anywhere. I'm good with it. I got lots of fuel right underneath me. Story about the crash from the pipe. Are we getting some dad jokes or something? Good night, Kev. See ya next Monday, I guess.
See you, Kev.
Jared, you want to give us your longest pilot?
This is your captain speaking.
That's good. That's good.
You got more. You
I
got
can
more.
keep
You
going.
got
I
more.
can't keep a straight face.
Burn from the left, from my right. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Find the story by typing Ontario Hitman plane. Oh, I gotta see this.
All right.
I wonder if they're going to Pickle Lake. That wouldn't surprise me.
What happens at Pickle Lake?
People hide there, I'm sure of it.
Yikes.
Suspected international hitman among 4 killed in Ontario plane crash.
Yeah, I know. I was reading about that today. Out in northern or northwestern Ontario, in a PA-28.
I need more information.
I want to know what CLO is.
Well, this is interesting. Does anybody know what, where they were flying from and to?
There's a picture of the plane. I looked it up on ADSB Exchange and I couldn't find that flight. They were up in, I don't know exactly where they were.
Small plane left Dryden, so yeah, I've flown in and out of Dryden. Headed for Marathon. I tried to get a job in Marathon and never got it. But that's fine, because they suck.
You're not bitter, though.
No, not at all.
Alright, how do we go?
Marathon. Interesting.
That was cool and steady. It's not
You
cool.
suck!
Thank you.
Alright. Whoa. Why are we rolling so much?
So a Richmond pilot was killed. April 29th through 30th. Wow.
Alright, let's do some power off stalls.
Jerry, you dead sticking?
No. Just seemed, just gonna do a clean power off stall.
So, like, you dead sticking, or? But, like...
You should shut both engines down and then do the stall and then recover.
Oh, full aft.
Did you feather the props?
No. I'm dropping at 2,000 feet per minute.
Woo.
Kind of wild.
It is a brick. Are you getting a stall warning at all?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Docky. If I'm not getting the audio from Punch right now, so that's why we're not hearing the stall horn. It does do it though.
Power on stall. Build up some speed.
Oh, only 48 to go.
Whew.
Good Good little hills going through here.
Yeah, mine are all covered in trees.
Well, that too.
Oh, there we go.
You imagine how bad that would have been during the war, like having to chop your way through that jungle. Holy cow!
Doom's Lair VR. Yeah. Jared just grabbed the 310. I think a couple folks are flying it tonight, aren't they?
Icy is.
Bear, Ice-T.
Yeah.
I think I was flying, maybe?
I think there's a few folks in the Discord that are really liking it too. Oh no, he's out.
Doom's Lair saying he's loving this plane. Guys, I don't have time to fly.
There it is.
Whoa! Oh, you're upside down.
All right, rudder.
Jared,
Oh,
you're upside down.
dude.
We're okay. Counteracting. There we
Oh.
go. Load. B&E. Oof. Oh, she was making some sounds that she didn't like.
Crunchy.
Yeah. I was trying to go so easy too. I was reading right in the manual too, and they were like, "This is definitely not certified for any sort of spins or aerobatics, but if it happens, this is what Cessna Company recommends doing."
Clench real tight.
I wonder how my passengers are feeling now. Ooh, yeah, they're not comfortable. Yeah, they give that's really cool. They've got a full like passenger comfort index to get a, and it's all based on the airflow and temperature and open windows.
All right, Carbon, show us a stall in the Cub.
Stall in the cup, sure.
Yeah, show us some spins. Make us nauseous.
Can I get one? I don't know if we've got enough altitude. I'll climb a bit. Power on stall first.
Sure.
Yeah, power on stall. Yeah.
You just want some spins. Make us all nauseous.
Ooh, I'm really nose up. Okay, that was uneventful. Sorry,
Wow.
very boring.
Then how did you?
Okay,
what?
here's power off. Actually, let's do landing config. I'll go full flap.
Oh boy.
Oh, hey, look, there's a hill in front of me that I should clear. I've never flown into San Carlos.
All right,
like it.
bring the flaps up. And where am I at here? I'll do spin.
Hutch,
No,
what is your problem?
What did you do?
Why?
Oh,
Why do
You
hate
wait
us?
until you could see. Oh, I'm in big trouble.
All I heard was,
I'm-
oh, I don't know if I can get over this hill. I said, oh, I can fix that.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, thank goodness you didn't call this earlier. There's a lot of fields in front of me here.
It's all about the scares.
Oh
All right, instead
my
of dead sticking, how
gosh.
about I pop a random circuit breaker? Eeny, miny, mighty, mo.
It's the engine breaker. It just
Yeah.
shuts them both down.
Just tell me what you want me to shut down.
Is there like a number? I can't really see. Third
fuel
row,
flow.
eighth
Okay.
one in from the left.
Third look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, phone audio.
Okay, no, that's a reason.
No, start over.
Yeah. No headphones. I can't hear anything.
Ooh, that might be a little.
Speaker audio. Transponder. Gyro power.
Let's go first row, 7th one from the left.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, left auxiliary pump.
Auxiliary, though. Don't like that.
Make this. Where am I going?
The hell?
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
That was aggressive. Straight to hell.
Come on, Jays. Don't lose one-run games. You've been doing so well.
Have they?
Hutch, I'm coming to you.
Down and clear. Look, even Icy's doing it.
You guys gonna wait for me at the end?
Absolutely not.
Everyone
You
that
are an
was-
hour behind us.
You could tell who had these fields in sight and who didn't, because all of us landed in like the same place basically. And then I look back and there's a bunch of name tags that didn't get past the hill. Super, you see that?
Sorry, I was just landing. I couldn't look back yet. We down.
Also, I did not realize how many stall points I had. That was insane.
I can't even see the names because they're all behind the mountains.
Right. See punch, token, something else.
500. I'm gonna die. Oh, 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 can I? Full flat.
Gar later.
Icy's going for it. Looks like he
What?
scouted out his landing. I have him on visual.
Pop the flap, take the jump. Here we go.
Looks like
Successful.
he's gonna join in bug here.
Oh, really?
Oh, Carbon,
I
no!
damaged my landing gear.
This is a butt play.
That didn't even look hard.
No, I didn't touch down. I think
Did
it
you- oh.
thought I hit a tree,
Oh.
but I did not.
Oh, Icy's getting real close to those trees.
Can't believe Ice is doing it. What a boss.
He either stopped or he was in the trees. I can't tell.
I don't see Icy. Get
Like
under
taking
that.
off. Need a few thousand feet.
I guess I can just load in on you guys. That'll work.
Yeah, and then just do direct to.
India Mike, radar contact. Oh, I see some slowing now.
Icy made it.
Wow. Well done, sir. Did you hand crank the gear down? It was all power. That was one of the first things I did when I got in this yesterday. I started just clicking everything. And I clicked the hand crank down. Couldn't reset.
Well, you turn crash damage off.
Hey?
In the assistant settings, I think. Is that where it is? Alright, I will be back in a minute.
So it's good time to plot my revenge. Okay, course.
Icy made it, okay. Yeah, you can turn crashing off. So, I mean, you still crash, but you don't go to a black screen. Well, you have to slew to reset yourself. Oh my god. Oh, who
What
made
just
it
happened?
so tired in here?
Come on, Bo.
Bo bitch it.
Oh, bitch it.
How do you slow? Like in midair, you like slow down? Just power management. Oh, slew. Oh. On the keyboard, it's Y. And then you can use the keyboard. There's buttons to actually like lift yourself up, left, right, turn yourself, so on and so forth. Icy, that's nuts. See, Jer?
Hey,
Icy just called you out.
what'd he say?
He successfully dead sticked and took off. Oh, Bo, what was that? Oh, 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 oh. Whoa, 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 whoa.
That's what I don't want to look for. Some limitations here.
I need a better wireless keyboard and mouse. Cat, I'm done with you. Go away. No. Go lay down. There's a whole couch over there you can lay on. God. Holy crap. Who made me so tired?
Right?
I blame you.
Get fairly close to this last one. Runway 0927. Field elevation is 2441. Runway is just shy of 6,000 feet long. Nice and easy.
That's what you say. I'm gonna plant it. £103 per hour. Oof.
Have you landed this thing yet, Jer?
Once. Did a circuit in Guelph yesterday. And then I watched a few videos of guys landing it. In real life. Here we go, limitations. Alright, this is awesome though. It's got a max flap extended of 158 indicated. That is fantastic. That's crazy. Flaps 35 of is 139. Maximum gear operating speed. Gear extended speed, 138. Wow. Okay, so white arc. Green arc. Let's see that again. Hard to see this. Blue radial.
Well, it's quite the dam over there. Didn't notice that.
Where, off
I
the
missed it.
river? Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
see
yeah.
it.
Oh, that's cool.
Jerry, you should challenge yourself with a single engine landing.
Ever my second ever landing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I can read it. Let's see. Let's do it for fun.
Um,
Go to my emergency procedures.
I think it's VMC. Is there a number there for VMC?
Engine and operative landing. Fuel selector main tank, auxiliary fuel pump low on inoperative engine, alternator control in, mixture as required, propeller full forward approach, 106 indicated with excess altitude. Landing gear down within gliding distance. Wing flaps down when landing is assured. Speed decrease below 93 knots only if landing is assured. Air minimum control speed 80 knots.
Yeah, that's the one you don't want to hit.
Yeah, I want to go to 80. Okay, well, I mean, that's way down there. All right, we'll shut her down. We'll have some fun. Oh yeah, you said VMCA? No, what does that mean? Oh, that's engine failure during flight below VMCA and above VMCA. Is that max? It must be like right
is it
at
min? VMCI.
minimum climbing out. It must be like right at takeoff.
Minimum control? Yeah, minimum control airspeed. VMCA.
So engine failure during flight above minimum control airspeed?
Yeah.
So there's above and below. Oh, I see. Okay.
Minimum
you're
control would
climbing.
be like you want to be a minimum of whatever the
I know,
rated thing is, so it doesn't flip.
106 knots is your rate of climb on a single engine.
Okay.
There's a blue little tick. That's what you want to go for single option, single engine climbing. And then they've got, engine failure during takeoff, engine failure after takeoff, engine securing procedure, engine and operative go around. You want me to do that too? All right, we're 11 miles out. I'll bail the engine at
That's what she said.
10 miles. Actually, I should do it now, shouldn't I? We'll secure it. All right, we'll turn her off. Cutting the fuel. Right or left engine? What do you guys want?
Ooh, kill the left engine.
Left engine. All right, there we go. Autopilot off. Ooh. All right, go into it. Feather the prop. Keep those wings level. Let that slow down. All right, so throttle close.
Have a good night, Colin.
Mixture idle cutoff, prop feather, fuel selector off. Can't do that. Oh. Ensure that speed. There we go. All right. Auxiliary fuel pump off. Which it is, I believe. Yep. Magnetos off. I don't know if I can do that. Is that my alpha? I think I can turn them both off. I'm gonna kill them all. Alternator off. It's closed.
Oh,
Gonna make it?
I think so.
Pull to close. Okay. All right. Engine is secure.
Oh, Colin, I missed it. Sorry. Have a good night. I think I heard Carbon say it, so sorry I missed that.
I guess we're gonna go in for 09, right?
Stopping in.
Yeah.
I'm going straight in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like there's room. Landing on the grass.
Just lawn dart it.
Yep. This is a big one. That's what he said. Oh, Wheels is...
Oh, nice, Jared. That looks awesome.
All right. Fuel selector main tank, auxiliary fuel pump low. On inoperative engine. Okay.
Are you doing a one engine landing?
Yep.
Nice.
Alternate control in, make sure as required, prop full forward. That sounds so good. Okay, I'm gonna have to move this out a little bit. I got excess height. Prop approach 106 knots. Alright, we're gonna go landing gear down.
Wheels.
Close down on landing as a sure.
Puncher, clear for the visual.
Roger, clear for the visual. Alright, and I'm looking at for 106 knots indicated.
Wait, why you got an engine off again?
That's what Carbon dared me to land with one engine out.
Oh boy.
Good practice.
Nope.
Something. It's
Forget
something,
if you're supposed
alright.
to turn into the good engine, or yeah, that's right, right?
You don't have to. No, nothing says you have to. It's as long as you've got your minimum control speed, then you're good. Just have to be careful.
Do you have runway heading?
It's runway 09. We're landing.
09, roger.
So if I get this in, there it is, right there. Okay, we're looking
Get
good.
lined up here.
106 knots. We're at 110.
Super, did you say you're gonna do a little racing tonight?
No, I don't have anything set up.
Oh, you're gonna do your setup, that's what it was.
Yeah, I think I'll try and get a couple things set up. Even just take a look at it and see how the hell I'm supposed to set it up.
Probably a
Start
good
with
idea.
baby
29 or
steps.
84.
Low 93 knots. Only if landing is assured.
If landing is assured.
Roger. Landing light on.
What's the other option?
Green. Green.
Landing not assured.
Oh, baby. That one engine.
Established, Jer?
We're established.
Roger, clear to land. Runway 9er. Vacate without delay.
Emergency aircraft.
Negative. Pattern is very full. Get into the grass.
Oh, man.
Here we got 6 knots.
Who am I cutting off there? Carbon? Yeah, that's fine.
That's okay. I'd do it to you too.
I like the clearing of the high-rise buildings right in front of the runway.
Yeah, it's pretty good, eh?
It looks like that jet had a little baby.
Oh, yeah, baby. Well, that was hard.
Ooh,
You did it.
firm, as they say. Right?
Yep.
Well done.
Woo!
Wind is moving a lot. That's annoying.
Yeah, Donkey, the sim looks really good. In most areas. Not all areas, but in most.
Oh, what was that place we were in a couple weeks ago? That was terrible.
Oh god, yeah, that was so bad.
Was it like Iran or something? What was that?
Maybe, yeah.
Alt failure. Oh. Right alternator. No, left alternator failure.
Vacating without.
See if I can do a short field landing here.
Down and clear, runway 9er. I thought you bounced first, Super. It's like, holy crap.
No. I'm
Is that wheels in a fighter jet?
That's something.
All right. Wow. Back to normal procedures. Lights off. Where's my checklist? Landing. Flaps up.
Oh, nice and short there, Carbonzo.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there we go. We made it.
Alrighty. Back.
Don't hit the brakes that hard. There. We're there. We did it. We did it, everybody. We made it.
Yeah.
Oh, God. My drone camera upside down. All right. While we're waiting for the last few stragglers, let's, I think I already know who we're gonna raid.
Oh, never mind then. Do-do-do.
Did you send someone?
Like literally right when you said that.
Oh, you did.
Oh, hello, sir.
Yeah, okay, I guess we could do that. Oh. Are we all down? Is that a thing that's actually happening?
I think we are all down, yeah.
Yeah, looks like Token Brown's coming in, Wolf's coming in, Omega? Is that?
Yeah.
Is Omega with us?
Easy's over there hanging by himself.
Easy parked over by himself. Yep. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Alright, you win. You win.
Social distancing, nice.
Alright, folks, that's going to be it for us, right? We're done? We're good.
We're done, yeah. We're done.
Alright, folks, that's it. Thank you very much. We will be back on Monday. Remember, reminder, next week is our last full week. We'll be doing Monday and Thursday. The following week will be just Monday. So thank you so much. Thanks to the new followers, Colin and Donkey Slayer. Really appreciate you tuning in. We will be back on Monday. And we'll do it all again, but just not this route. It'll be a different route. Right?
Yeah.
TBD. We might just do this one for repeatedly.
Yeah, 100%. We'll be back on Monday. We'll be doing some more bush flying. Hopefully we'll have a few shorter legs. Some parts of the world don't really make that easy. It is what it is. But that's it from us, folks. Thank you so much. Stick around for the raid. Make sure you show some love going forward as we pay it forward. It's crazy out there, folks. Remember to stop and look around, and as always, enjoy the journey.